Ladies
All
and
right.
gentlemen, welcome to the season premiere
Series
of
premiere.
series premiere of Late Night Drive,
I am your
Deep Talk,
host, Josh Zulo.
and I am Sebi. This is going to be a deep talk mental health podcast, and we're going to have a lot of special guests on. But for the first episode, it's going to be the two of us.
It's just gonna be the two of us. We're just gonna be vibing. We're just gonna be chilling. We're gonna talk about what comes to our minds or topics that we had
Yep,
that we previously were gonna talk about. I'm pulling up
exactly.
your text message real quick so I can be like, what are we talking about?
So the structure of this is going to be we're going to try and cover
A few.
a few topics of whatever we deem we want to talk about for the week. And then if we'll see where the conversation goes from there. But it's just going to be this is our way of you
Opening
know
up.
opening up to you guys, opening up with each other, because this is something that we usually do when we're at home together, and we go on a late night drive. That's why it's called late night drive. We go on late night drives, um, and just let our feelings spill out our feelings, check in with each other, see what's going on. If something is we're going through some relationship struggles, we talk about it. We're going through um, some imposter syndrome at work. We talk about it,
Yeah.
and this is all in the goal of trying to promote for the two of us, since we're both guys, healthy masculinity, and also just um,
Kind of like just
encourage others to
just
be open
talk.
about sharing their mental health.
Yeah, and just like talk about this stuff more because I feel like such like it's such a stereotype of just like I wouldn't say stereotype. I would also say it's like, as my friend put it, a patriarchal thing where it's just like, oh, you can't talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about this stuff because like that's usually how most men grow up. They're like, oh, you don't never talk about it, never do anything like that. Just keep it all bottled up inside, and you'll be fine eventually.
Exactly.
So
And
yeah,
so this will be broadcasted live every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific. In the future, we'll have other guests on, our friends, people that we've known for a long time. Maybe further down the road, some actual health professionals. I do want to be clear. None of this is actual psychiatric or psychological advice. This is just
that's
us
good.
talking about our experiences and how we feel. And any guests that come on, the
Same thing.
guests or the same thing, the experiences that they've been through and are comfortable sharing. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really just like the two of us, just like I would say like really it's just like getting it all out there. It's just us getting
exactly.
stuff out there, like opening up. Because I don't know, about you, but at least in my life, in my experience, I've had not one, not two, not three, but like many people be like, you don't open up enough, you don't talk about this stuff enough,
You
you
bottle it in.
you bottle it in, you need to share it with others, and I'm just like, you're so right. So true. Like, I do need to get around to that. I do need to honestly just, I feel like it's even helping yourself just get it all out there in
Absolutely.
whatever way that is. Like in the trailer we mentioned, in the little promo that we did, we mentioned like, or at least I mentioned like, you were saying that you have a lot of side projects that you keep busy with, so you kind of distract yourself. I do the
Mhm.
same thing.
Yeah. So
Started
while
like,
that promo was scripted, a lot of it actually is kind of how
it
we're
is
feeling.
just true. Like, I took, like meditation, therapy, like, oh my gosh, started going to the gym recently, the past like
Yup.
month. You cut it
Mhm.
out, but I
Hey,
said also
health is
writing.
wealth.
Yeah, and you cut it out, but I also mentioned like starting to write like poetry. That's like been the past 6 month thing that hasn't been like super recent, but
Yes, absolutely.
just a way to get out there. And I feel like the one night that we did it on the podcast, like what we did before was mutual leaching. We just like tested it out. I brought it up. No, was it me or you?
Yeah, it was your idea. It was
It
your
was
idea.
my idea because
And
of someone said that they're like, oh, you don't open up enough, and I'm like, Well, fine. I guess I
And
can.
by popular demand, we're back.
Yeah. I
Also,
don't
just
know.
one more logistical thing to get out the way. These are on. This is going to be on every single
Yes.
streaming platform of your, so you can view this on your choice.
YouTube to view the video if you want, Spotify
Yep,
and Apple Podcasts to check it out after we air it live.
correct. And we'll have the YouTube will have a bunch of shorts on there if you want to do some bite-sized content.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, it's for video watchers. It is bright. I know it's called late night drives, but it's bright in my room because of the time zone that we record this at. It is not. The sun is not set in LA yet
Because it's the summer and it's 7
because
p.m.
it's
over
summer.
there.
That's right.
In the
But
winter, we'll get around to that.
it'll be dark.
It'll be darker, but
If I had
for
blackout
now-
curtains, it would be good. But yeah.
Yeah. I was
So,
I
I
was
guess-
about to ask, I was like, do you have curtains? But
No,
Who
it's
cares?
just these they're like they let sunlight in.
slay.
So, I guess let's just delve into our first topic. You want to, I guess, introduce it and explain kind of what you were getting at, because this was
Yeah.
this one was Josh's topic, and he has what he claims is a
I
hot take,
deem
but
it-
I low-key don't think it's a hot take. I think it's actually a very
I deem it as a hot take, but I don't know what
I
anyone
think it's
else
a good
thinks.
take. I think it's a good take.
Yeah, I just think that like I was we were going over like stuff we wanted to talk about because we wanted this to be a little more just like formal, knowing what we're talking about instead of like previously we were just gabbing to gab. I had this thing recently, and I feel like I've had this struggle for like in my head for like years on years on years, and it's just like I feel like to me, I feel like it's not, and I'm not knocking on like anyone or anything. I'm just seeing like this is like what I've witnessed and experienced. I feel like it's not hard to uplift and support each other, right? And in my case, I look at it as like career endeavor, hobbies type beat. So it's like, for example, it's like I post a film, right? And it's just like, I want other people to share it, check it out, whatever. And I know people that are super close to me, loving people that are just like, oh my God, yeah, dude. And they, they say it in the past where they're like, oh my God, yeah, dude, I'll support anything you do. I can't wait to see what you do, blah, 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 blah. And then you finally put the product out, and then those
They
people
don't support.
don't say anything. They maybe they watch it, whatever, they'll watch it, but they don't like share it with others, tell people like, look at what my fucking friend did. Look at what my guy just did. He put his blood, sweat, and tears into this. Look at this. This is cool. Everyone should check it out. I feel like that doesn't happen that often with a lot of people. And I feel like it's just,
I agree, 100%.
I feel like it's just like super, it takes like 2 minutes. And I feel like some people like, especially,
I just don't. I agree. I don't think it's that. It shouldn't be that hard, or it's not that much of a chore to support the people that you say you're supporting, like your friends, your family,
Yeah.
or whoever it may be. I to kind of add to that, I didn't
No,
realize
dude, please
that
do.
like I had like before I came here for a while, I didn't realize that actual supportive friends are people who will, like, how do I word this? Who will get excited at each career stride and each new thing that you accomplish. People who will get excited at that. For a while, for many years, I didn't have very many friends that would get excited of like whatever thing I would accomplish or new thing that I would produce and create.
yeah, no, absolutely.
And so I thought it was just normal to, not have that and just kind of be on your own and, do this, do X, Y, and Z and not ever have a support network of people like pushing you to go further. I come here to college and we're all supporting each other. And I'm like, damn, this feels nice. I didn't realize that like I was missing out on that.
Yeah, I feel like what you mentioned earlier, like definitely like earlier in life, it was just like, you're left alone to grow and adapt and change and promote and whatever, like all to yourself, and people can say as much as they want, like, oh yeah, I'm behind, I'm in your corner, whatever, I want to, help
Hmm.
you with this, I want to, like share this, and it's just like they just don't. And it's the same thing, like I moved to college, and it's just like, especially like for me in the industry that I'm in, it's, for those who don't know, maybe not know, I'm like a film student in the film industry, stuff like that. I feel like it's very, like, in my specific case, it's such a cutthroat, like, industry. It's like everyone's heads are out for them. Like,
Hmm.
you stay in your lane, I'm gonna stay in my lane type beat. But like, same thing, like when I moved out here and I got into college and I got into like working with people, it's just like, that is so not the case. Like some people, like there are a lot of people that like are so proud and ready to like
Yeah.
share what you're doing and tell people what you're doing and just like cheer you on. It's like even just cheering you on. Like it's such a little thing. Like it's dumb to
Have you
me.
noticed too? I feel like I've noticed this. The people that are like that are the people who are truly the successful ones.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know why? Because they're not. I feel like a lot of the like uh what's the word I'm looking for here? A lot of the like mindset of not like pushing your friends or pushing people or like like supporting people, giving them that
Mhm.
extra backbone is
Yeah.
is like kind of stems from a little bit of insecurity.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so because it's like you're doing something different out of the norm, and I'm not, so it's weird and I don't like it. Type beat.
Yeah. No, it's like oh, absolutely. I don't know. I feel like to me, like even just like cheering people on, like it's so silly. Like it is really like probably the silliest thing in the world. But when people just like, I'll promote something, I'll share something, I'm like, look at this trailer I made, or look at this reel or like TikTok or vlog or video or content or film that I made. Here's me
Hmm.
telling you it exists. And people just on it, like on Instagram, they just like the story. And I see that it's just like this wall of people that are like, it just looks like, it just like, to me it's like, you're doing awesome, look at you go type of deal. Like when people like see that and I like get a notification like, this person liked my story, this person liked my story, whatever, like in that context at least, I'm just like, yeah, you're real, you're a real one, like it's just like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
no, 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 like it's so silly, I'm aware that it's so silly, but it's just enough nudge for me, for like in my brain it goes, keep going, dog, these people like this, keep going, you're doing good. Like it's just a little nudge for me to be like the inspiration enough to be like, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, this is good. And like,
Absolutely. And I mean, it goes both ways, right? Like,
oh my God, yeah.
oh, I was gonna ask, do you ever get surprised still when people actually like swipe up or like, just shoot you a message from time to time being like, you're doing great, keep going?
Yes.
You ever get
Yes.
surprised? Yeah, I get surprised all the
All
time.
the time.
Like, most recently, so for context, guys, I'm an aerospace engineer and I do a lot of research, or I work in the field of aviation safety. Make sure you guys don't die on planes, basically.
Hell yeah.
Um, and I'm presenting at a conference the next month, and what's it called? When I didn't think much of it. I mean, obviously I was super excited when I first got it, but then I was like, okay, it's whatever. It's not really that all that. But I think that was me downplaying it because of how used to I got with just not getting a lot of support from people, I guess.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
but but then all my friends like kind of reminded me that like no, what you're doing is good and you need to keep pushing. Like they kept they gassed it up, and then my coworkers gassed it up, and it's like damn, okay, real ones.
No, absolutely. I don't know. Like it's the same thing. It's just like, when I was growing up and like in high school and stuff and really trying to like really push it and like, do stuff and push stuff out there. I feel like the support just like wasn't wasn't fucking there. And it's just like now it's just so nice. It's just
That's
so
what we're
nice
saying,
for,
guys. Support your friends.
yes,
Support the ones closest to you always, and
support the one
actually do
closest
it.
to you and
Don't just
actually
be
do
like,
it.
yeah, I'll do this. Actually, reach out to them because
Like
they'll appreciate it. They'll
appreciate it
really appreciate it.
probably
And I'm
even
sure
more
you
than
would
you know.
appreciate it too if it went your way. It came your way. So,
Oh yeah.
you know,
And it's just like
do it
even
first.
like even today I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and it was just like they were talking, and like they're like, "Oh yeah, dude, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Like I'm checking out these vlogs. Like you're actually, for context, I started like semi daily. I'm not gonna say daily because I'm like not there yet, but like
Hey,
semi
dude, they've been
daily.
good though. I like them. I
I
like them.
appreciate it. No, see,
Yo, you need it. You know what you need to do? You need to start getting into like color grading. Because I
yeah,
think it would look sick.
it would pop a little bit more if I color graded. But it's just like someone said that to me literally today. They're just like, I see what you're doing and you're doing awesome. Like I watch them, I like them, like I
Right.
like, retweet or repost or whatever the fuck. And it's just like, you're doing awesome. Like keep it up. That's all it takes. And
I've
that's
kind of been
all
doing
it,
the same thing with one of my friends. She recently had a video on YouTube go semi-viral, and she's been scrambling to like edit the next part, and I keep pushing her like every day, like get this video out in my own way, of course, because I try to be a haha funny. I'm like, get the goddamn video out.
yeah.
Hurry up.
Keep editing. Don't stop until you get it out. No. That's what I'm saying. It's just like my good friend too, who lives down the street from me. It's like he will push me. Like sometimes I'll like sit there. Like I know like a couple weeks ago I was sitting with him and I was just like, dude, I just like I want to make this. Like I've had this idea in my brain of just like dumb comparison, but the album Igor by Tyler the
Yes.
Creator. Yeah. So I want to make like a short or an episodic limited like series of that where it's like kind of the same story and very much inspired by the album. And the whole thing is about like, the album is a breakup album, but it's really just about this like destructive, toxic relationship. And I was like, okay, awesome. What if we took that, inspired by like kind of the same story, stuff like that, and we were just like, let's turn it into like something cool. So like we make a short movie, short film or episodic series where it metaphorically is the cycle of a destructive or toxic, like obsessive relationship, where it's like you don't necessarily know it, but you can start and then end the film and then restart the film, and it's just like you get the message, if you
So it's like it's like a loop.
it's like a loop, and it's like, that's the metaphor of like the destructive cycle. And I've been like banging my head against the wall for like a while, just like trying to figure out. And it was like like I mentioned that to my buddy, and I was just like, we were chilling in his apartment talking about like something literally completely different. And I just mentioned it, and he goes, all right, bet. And he comes out of his room with a whiteboard and a couple markers, and he goes,
Wait, that's so sweet.
yeah, and he comes out and he goes, main idea in the middle. And he goes, we're going to do a fucking, like web of ideas. And he goes, main idea in the middle. And I'm like, okay. And I write the idea, and he goes, pull up your thing. What do you have written? I'm like, this. I have this written. And he goes, 4 branches right now, sub ideas. And then you need to connect those. You need little sub ideas to connect those sub ideas together. So you have a coherent thing. And I'm just like, okay, damn, all right, bet. And I'm like sitting there, and we're just workshopping this out for like 20, 30 minutes. And now we have this 20, 30, 40 minutes go by, and now we have this giant whiteboard full of like coherent, flowing, connecting ideas.
It's like a whole graph.
Yeah, no, literally. And it's just like, that's what I'm talking about. It's just like those people in your lives are so...
They inspire you.
They inspire you, man. They push you, and it's awesome. And it's just like, that's what people need more of. And it's just like, once you have that, you don't want to let go of that, is where now I'm going. But it's just so nice to have those like supporting people in your life, because it really does push you to keep going. Because I feel like if I didn't, I would not be where I am today, especially in the past like year, I would say. If I didn't have those people, it's just like I would have as I joke around, my backup plan, if, you know, nothing works out, is to change my identity and piss off to Idaho and start a farm, you know, by myself. You know, so it's like that's where I'd be right now if I didn't have like these people in my life and these supporting people that like really want to see you go far and keep pushing you to
And
do go far,
achieve new heights, baby.
and achieve new heights. It's like, I don't know. It's just so nice. Support your friends is what I'm saying. Do it. Just, they always need it and they always appreciate it. Do it.
Yeah, I'd like to add one quick thing to that. So I've had
Do it.
I've had like 3 different sets of friends that have recently inspired me a lot. So
Yeah.
one of them is he's recently got closer to him this past like month, 2 months, and he's a big content creating kind of guy, and he used to work in the film industry here in LA, but now he's switched and works in esports a lot. But for a while, you know, he like truly wants to see me like succeed in content. And when every time he would hang out, we would just talk about content, workshop content, what I could do to do better, and sort of have everything be purposeful on my streams, on my YouTube videos, kind of push the boundaries. And even with this podcast, he was like, that's also how we came to, or I first came to the decision that we should pivot from Mutual Leeching, our old podcast, to this.
Yeah.
Is he saw that like this was something that people liked, and he was like, you should analyze your audience and figure out like what, you know, to do, and figure out
And we
a
did.
purpose as to,
I do
and we
remember
did,
that
yeah.
meeting. You had the
he
whiteboard
was
and
like,
everything.
you should have a purpose for what you want to do. Like, why should I watch you guys instead of like just any other podcast?
Yeah.
And you know, his just little things like that. He got me thinking. He got me like thinking more from like thinking of the content in a more purposeful way, and like not just making stuff to make stuff. And he always told me like, you should try and pull back on the streams a little more, a little bit, stream less, and use the other time to sort of start gathering up content, making shorts, videos, etc., so that you have a backlog of things that people can find you on.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, you know, I knew that, but you know, having somebody to tell me was like massive.
This is usually what's the kick.
Yeah. And then I have another buddy who is in my aerospace program. If you're watching right now, you'll know who you are. But he's really big on doing business related ventures. He's getting a business minor right now, and
Yeah. Nice.
he's one of the people I started a currently on hiatus aerospace company with. And he always had these ideas. Ever since I first met him, he always had these ideas of like what he wanted to do for like various business things. And he's someone that inspires me because he always wants to take risks and push. Like most people, right, when they're in college, they want to just get their degree, finish, and then work somewhere, right?
Yeah.
This guy is part of my program doing a hard ass major, and he wants to also like, he ultimately wants to be a business owner, right? And he pushed me and 2 other friends of ours and himself to, you know, create a full-on funding proposal for like a plane, and
Right.
we did it, and we submitted it to like a venture capitalist fund, whatever, and it was a great experience. We got to work with a lot of professors and stuff. But yeah, no, it's that inspired me alone, and it always, every time I have like some sort of like business venture idea, I like talk to him, and it's nice because we get to like sit there and workshop. But it's
my God,
you know, it's
yeah.
another thing to like, it's risky, and most people will be like, why are you doing that? But instead, he gives the space to like, you know, okay, let's talk about it, let's think about it.
Yeah.
It's never shot down. If I ever bring up something, or he brings up something, it's like, all right, let's see where we can go with this. And then if we decide that it's like, it's kind of unfeasible, then we're like, you know, but we think about it. No idea is shot down with him. And that's what I really like about him.
Absolutely. No, I feel like people do that too. I feel like it's just like, even if it's a garbage idea, talk it out first. I feel like that's like such a motivation killer. It's just like, you know, you're very excited about an idea, you tell someone, and then it's just like, nah, dude, that's not good. That's not good.
Especially if it's someone that like you
know?
feel like you trust, or like it's someone that you're like friends with or close with, and they're just like, no. It sucks, right? It sucks.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Horrible.
Oh my God, yeah. I feel like that's such a like a healthier way to do it is like entertain it for a little bit, talk it out, workshop it, and then be like, you know what? Actually, now that we like worked through it and looked at it, and here's the pros, cons, whatever, and any ideas we had. Now it, you know, maybe it doesn't seem so feasible, but at least we like discussed it and looked at it, you know?
But also that's also like a thing where it's like I like being around people who push the boundaries and want to do like try all these things and see if they
Yeah.
work. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what I've found here in LA is a lot of people are want to do that.
Oh my God, yeah.
They're hungry. They want to, you know, do something different or try and experiment in spaces and like push boundaries.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much at home. Everyone was. It felt like a lot of people were just like going by the book, and that's not who I've been my whole life.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
And
no.
then one more person, if I may, real quick.
Oh my God, of course.
Longtime friend of mine. I've known him. I met him through streaming 6 years ago now, and he doesn't stream much anymore because he's been busy grinding with work and stuff. And for those of you that know, he owns a Supra. You guys probably will know who that is now if you know what I'm talking about. But as a result, we used to talk every day, but we don't talk every day now because both him and I are really busy. And we caught up recently, texted because we're going to see each other sometime in the next month. And he's starting a business. He's starting 2 businesses, and I'm like, shit, let's go. And all that after like, and it was like in 2 years time, he turned his life around from kind of struggling to pay bills. In 2 years time, he got himself a Toyota Supra. He got himself a nice 6-figure job.
Hell
He got
yeah.
himself, he's now starting 2 businesses in 2 years. Okay.
That's
And
insane. Good for him.
prior to that happening, he had no idea what he was going to do. He was like
Yeah.
confused. He was out of college, and due to COVID, like he kind of got screwed over with like getting work and stuff like that. But he found a way. And
yeah.
something I told him recently when we were like discussing stuff, he was giving me advice, I was giving him advice. It was like back and forth talking about stuff. And something I told him was like, look at what you've done in like these past 2 years. Imagine what you can do in the next 5. And there's always there's that saying where it's like people underestimate what they can achieve in a year, or sorry, people overestimate what they can achieve in a year, underestimate what they can do in like 5 years.
Yeah. Oh my God, absolutely.
So, yeah,
Damn straight. Good for him. Good for him.
yeah. I was just like, I'm so blessed to be around these like people who are, you know, pushing themselves to be better people every day.
Yeah.
Like, just 1% better every day.
1%.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. That's all you need. And I feel like that's yeah, that's all you need just to make yourself a little, just 1%, even just a little bit better every day.
And it can be in any facet. It can be in like a skill.
Yeah.
It can be your mentality. It can be how you treat others.
Yeah.
But I think if you truly commit yourself to doing that, then in a year's time you'll be unrecognizable in a good way.
Oh, in the best way possible. And I feel like I guess to pivot a little bit, it's just like I feel like that's what I'm finally getting toward, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like even 2 months ago, I feel like I'm a little bit unrecognizable from even 2 months ago. Like, it was even funny, like my coworker today, we're, you know, vibing at work, and it's just like today I've been in like such an absolutely bonkers good mood recently.
That's awesome.
More than normal. And it's just like today
I can tell through your text. I can tell.
Like today
Text
was
alone,
like,
I can tell.
Oh yeah, I bet. And it was just like today I'm at work, and you know, like work is especially because I work at a restaurant across from Wrigley, context, and it could be a chore sometimes.
Go Cubs!
Go Cubbies. Because it was like Cubs fans are terrible people. They're like usually drunk, always tired, want to go to the game. White men, you know, creepy. You know, we can be weird to people. You know, whatever. And I just hate dealing with them most of the time, and get rowdy and annoying, you know, whatever, as any baseball fan, I guess. And it's just like today it was my 5th day in a row working. The Cubs have been here for those 5 days in a row, and they're here for like 6, 7 more. And it's just like, I was up there at the host stand and I'm just like, bumping around and, I'm excited to see my friend after I haven't seen her in so long. And it's just like, I'm pumped and I'm like moving around and she looks at me and she goes, this is a new look for you, Josh. And I was like, what? You mean the hair? I was like, yeah, I haven't, you haven't seen the full blonde hair in like a while. And she goes, no, that's not it. It's just like, you seem a lot, like happier and you seem a lot
more bouncing your step,
more bouncing the step, maybe it's the gym that's getting me. I don't know. But, it's just like that thing. It's just like, you make yourself 1%, you just do something, like, even if it's like, everyone still has off days and it's just like, it's still there, but it's just like, literally the other day I was just like sitting and I'm just like, twiddling on my phone and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna. Maybe it was the TikTok that I got because it was like, get off your ass and do something. And I sat there and I went, fucking fuck you. Fine. Maybe I fucking will. And I got up and I was just like, fine, fuck you. And I went
That's
on
funny
like
you say that because I started catching myself every time now. I think it's been like this for the past 3 months, but every time now when I start scrolling, I catch myself. I'm like, no, let's go do something.
Yeah.
Or let me watch something that's actually like educational rather than
or
just
something.
Yeah.
And it definitely was like good timing on my part because it was like, go do something. You know what? You can't just accomplish your dreams by sitting on your butt. And I was like,
True.
fair. And then I realized, like I'm sitting there and I'm like, I was at work all day. Let me go exercise. And fuck it. I was like, boom, 15-mile bike ride. Pumped it out right there. I just went outside and was like, fine.
That's
whatever.
crazy, dude.
And
I still can't believe you can do that.
And it's not, dude, it's so nice. I feel like it's such a good way to exercise. I mean, like, yeah, I started going to the gym, doing like, like what I've been doing recently, like core and high intensity interval training, like a lot, which has been
This
kicking
guy's
my
legs
ass.
Are actually so strong. Like
Kicking my ass.
he could probably go squat for squat with women on leg day, bro.
Real. What's my leg press? I think like 200 something. I don't know.
Pretty good for someone that doesn't like. I mean, that's pretty good for someone who doesn't like consistently weight train.
Yeah, no, and it's just like I don't know. I feel like just like literally what you were saying, like that 1%, just do something. Like even if it's not good, like my next couple days is gonna be like insane, and it's just like my summer has been insane. Like I keep joking with people, and they're agreeing with me now. They get it, Like I bought a second phone, It's just like that's how crazy and hectic and unorganized.
I love clowning this guy for getting a second phone, but he did get a work phone.
I did get a work phone
for organization.
But it's just like for the shit that I'm doing, for the shit that I'm doing and the shit that I'm doing, it's just like I got to keep going just a little bit. So because it's like this week I've been working at my job for 4 days. I still have a second job that I attend to, and I'm still trying to like make content on the side. I'm on set for the next 4 days, and tomorrow's going to be a 12-hour day, 5:45 to 6.
12-hour, wow.
5:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. is tomorrow for me. And it's just like, I just, like I feel like to an extent, and I told this to someone recently where it's just like, they're like, oh, you got to give yourself a little credit. They were talking to me and they're like, oh, you got to give yourself a little credit. Like you've been working your butt off the past couple of days. And I was like, past couple of days. I was like, sometimes I work myself to the bone all the time. And I was like talking to someone like recently and we're opening up and getting to know each other. And I actually said that to this person. I went, I think my actual genuine like red flag is that I work myself to the bone. And I said that to this person. I was like, I think that like genuinely, if you want to like get into the nitty gritty of it, I think like that is my genuine red flag. Because it's just like, I just
like workaholic kind of
workaholic type thing. Like I even put it like, as stupid as it is, the whole second phone thing, I even put it on the back of my phone. Like I labeled it like Casey Neistat style, like how he labels
work
shit.
Smile.
And I put work smile, but then under it, I don't know if you can see it, but it says work. And then under it says harder. Just as a little.
There
boost,
it is. It's coming out.
Like just a little. It's like, this is my work phone, but then it's like under the other meanings like work harder, keep working harder, And I always have like these things about my room, which I haven't recognized like recently, but now I'm recognizing it more, where it's like I have 2 fortune cookie things that I've had, and I've taped them on my monitors ever since I got them, and they've been there forever. Where this one says, and I look at it all the time, and it says, "You will have much to see. You will have much to be thankful for in the coming year," and that's been there for like 5 years. And I always
I
look at
like that a lot. I
right?
like that a lot.
And it's just like you always gotta keep. Ooh, I peeked. You always gotta keep like looking. And there's one where it's like, you know what? Actually, let me grab it real quick. Because I have it not on the monitor. It's on my desk. Hold on.
Also, I will have to step out for like a minute in like 3 minutes so that I can grab the food that I ordered an hour ago. Which is kind of interesting how delayed that got, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you heard, but I will have to step out
For a minute. Yeah,
in
no, you're fine.
3 minutes for a minute. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah, no, you're fine.
the food I ordered was delayed an hour.
Oh, right. That's okay.
Oh, yeah. After you say this, do you want to delve into the next topic?
Yeah, whatever that may be. Here's the.
I guess technically it's like the third topic now because
Real.
we did
kind of go on tangents for a little bit, but this is the second one which I always look at, and because I am a runner, consider myself a runner, just like exercise a lot, especially in high school and stuff. This one I've kept for fucking years. Like, it is destroyed, but I love it. It says, "Walk with a good heart, and you will run with success."
Yes, wait, that's so good.
Like,
that's so good.
I kid you not, I look at that every fucking day.
That is so good, man. That is so good.
Because I guess, you know what, maybe we can delve into the next one. Like, I guess maybe like good heart type of deal. Just like kindness and like, relationships and stuff like that. But
the next one
we can do that.
Also, one of Josh's roommates and one of my childhood friends is in the chat right now. Anthony, hello.
Thanks, Anthony. We love you too.
So the next topic we were going to delve into was
whatever you wanted.
Relationship struggles.
Again.
And I'm sure we'll always have a segment with this.
I feel like
all of our episodes.
I feel like we will never stop talking about this because it's just like it is such in our experience, such a prevalent topic and such a always evolving, always changing, always existing. I wouldn't say issue, topic in our life.
And I'm sure even when we bring on guests, it'll be a point of contention because
everyone goes through it. Everyone
does go through it.
Relationships.
And we're young. We're in college.
We're young. We're in our 20s. We're in college. It's just like, even if it's not like a romantic type, relationship, whatever. When you like, relationship, it's like romantic. No, it could be like, friendship, partnership, whatever. It's just like relationships are always a part of your life, and it will never stop.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess we can talk about that because it's just like there's so much to talk about that, and I feel like
it truly is there's so much.
It truly is such a deep topic, and I feel like when we bring people onto the show, like they will somehow talk about it a little bit, like especially if they're sharing their stories and like how they grew up in X life or how they dealt with X relationship or situation, whatever. I feel like people will always bring that up, and I can bring to mind literally one person who we've been trying to get on the show for fucking years now. When we finally get him on the show, I feel like we'll have a lot to talk about. And the other day we did have a lot to talk about when I finally caught up with him after sadly like a year plus of not talking.
I will be right back.
No, you're totally fine. I will. I guess we'll go into that just a little bit. It's a side topic, I guess, while Sebi's gone. Is just like keep. This is my time to rant unfiltered. keep people close. It's just like I understand, like, and I am very, 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 very absolutely fucking guilty with it. Keep people close that you care about. It's just like, for example, this person who is a dear friend of both me and Sebastian. Known them for 6-7 plus years, where, we've hung out, we've talked, we've met in person. Like, man lives in West Coast. I, at the time, lived in East Coast. We met up, hung out, whatever. Been through it. We know a lot of things about each other, and it's just like, I moved here, and this happened when I moved here too. It's just like I stopped talking to a lot of people. Some of them valid, some of them, like weren't. I I shouldn't have cut them out unintentionally. Like, it's just like I got so busy with the stuff I was doing, and I'm really trying to just like keep fucking going, that I forgot. I like just forgot about people, and it was like not cool. But that's what I was saying. I was just saying, I was ranting on unfiltered for a little bit, where I was just saying, like, keep people close, and I was like,
Absolutely.
I was saying I'm guilty of it, especially when I moved here for a couple of years, where I just like forgot to text people, forgot to call people, forgot to catch up with people. And
I'm
that's
guilty of
how I
that
was
too.
saying that's how I was saying with our friend that you and me know for like 6-7 years, out on the West Coast, that we know. I haven't talked to, I called him the other day. We were on the phone for 2-3 hours because I haven't talked to him in like a year, which is not good. You should not let that much time go, because we used to say this at the end of our old podcast. We would always say, tell someone you love them,
Yes, tell someone you love them.
have yourself a damn good one, tell someone you love them, because as sucky as it
You
is to
never know.
say and hear, you never know. You never know.
You never know when they're gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm guilty of it too.
Oh
So,
my god, yeah. Oh yeah. I
a
feel like
lot of
we're
my
all.
really close friends from back home, we're all in different areas. Like two of my best friends from back home are in like Indiana. Obviously, you guys know Josh and I are 2,000 miles apart. He's in Chicago. I'm here in
Woo,
LA.
woo, woo.
And then my other friend, she's in she's in San Francisco right now. But the past semester, she was in Paris. So it's like,
Crazy.
it's it was like I had to find a balance of like, making sure I made time to catch up with them, update them on my life, and check in with their lives, and just make sure that they're
Everything's okay.
they're yeah,
They're
everything's
good.
okay and that they're important to me
Yeah.
because they are.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's
So,
that's also the thing too. It's like with friendships, it's
mm,
like yeah, I mean with certain friendships, you'll just depart and you'll have those like moments where it's like a wave. You'll have those point in
mm-hmm.
time where you're like talking all the
Yep.
time, and then maybe the two you get busy and you pull back a little bit, but then you come back. But at least that
That wave
point
is
there
still
being
there.
the point there is like there's a wave and that you should come back, and it should be both of you guys. It should
Oh
not just
yeah.
be like one sided where one of
One-sided.
you is trying to you know um
God, one-sided. One-sided relationships are so
they suck because
draining.
it feels like if you're the one doing
Draining.
it, if you're the one doing it, it's draining to you because you're always the one reaching out. And if it's the other way around, then I don't know. I guess is that really your friend? Like, do you really care about them in
Yeah.
that way?
I feel like it ties around to the whole support thing, where it's like, oh, you're uplifting each other. If it's so one-sided, like, you're reaching out, supporting them, uplifting them, saying hi, whatever, and it's just so one-sided, you're just like, you eventually, I feel like it's just like constantly, it feels like you're just constantly bashing your head into a wall.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, like, I don't know,
And
there's
I
so.
mean, I'm sure we're all guilty of
Oh my god,
being
we're probably
both
all.
sides, right?
Absolutely, we're probably all guilty of it. And I was talking to someone today where it was just like, it's not in the same vein, such a like hot and cold, like maybe one day, and before I say this, it's just like, relationships are hard, relationships are work. Not every day is going to be perfect, but what we were talking about was like hot and cold, of like the constant, like, one day it's awesome, it's great, whatever, and then boom, the next day it's just like shit for no reason. And that's
Yeah.
the thing you're bouncing back and forth to. It's not like that's the thing you're bouncing back and forth to. It's just like, yeah, I feel like those relationships are so hard, and I feel like I've been in so many of either of those or both of those, relationships, where it's just like either the relationship is one-sided on my side, and, or it's hot and cold, or it's just like, or it's both in one, which sucks, where it's just like
Yeah.
you're one-sided and then you're just getting attacked back. And I've been in
Hmm.
all sorts of those. I don't know. Relationships are hard, and I
Takes two to make it work.
Takes two to make it work. And I was watching a video the other day where love him so much. I will probably reference him till the day I die. But Casey Neistat did a video with his wife, and it was like 7 tips for a good marriage. And the entire time they were kind of bickering, like the whole time. And I feel like it's just a way to show that, yeah, you can have a good marriage, but it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be work. And that's like 3 of the tips that they had. It's just like, make sure you have the patience and time and effort enough to make everything work, because it is going to be work and you are going to be putting in that work.
Listen, guys, I know we all love the
Stereotypical
relationship TikToks as much as the next guy, the happy,
don't fucking
go
listen
lucky
to him.
all the time.
Don't fucking listen to it.
It's not always like that, man. It's not always like that.
I don't know. Especially like,
there will be moments
oh my God, yeah.
where it's not sunshine and rainbows.
I hate those TikToks so much where it's just like, they're like, everything will be fine. Everything will work out in the end. You just have to shut. Oh my, I hate this. Like, I hate the like fantasy worlds that some of these like, some of these like TikToks are trying to create, where it's like everything is sunshine and rainbows and all you have to, yeah, it could be. Yeah, maybe. But
dude, it makes our attention span, our generation's attention span, even worse. It's already so bad, but then it also makes it worse for like relationship, like the dating and relationship and like scene, like the actual like romantic relationship scene. Because
people then like sit there and expect, oh my God, I just have to be here and be present for the relationship to just kind of autopilot itself and just work as itself, and it should be sunshine and rainbows till the end. Fucking no.
And yes, guys, this is we are aware this is a blanket statement. This is not like every case, but like,
yeah, oh my God, yeah.
It is. It is. I feel like it is a problem that has been creeping up, and
oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, in general, just with like the short attention span type deal, I don't know. I feel like it's so like detrimental to relationships. I feel like it's gonna be like I feel like people are just gonna, I don't know, have short attention span for relationships, which is like not the thing. Like they, want the instant gratification of everything good right now, and that's just not how that works. It's just like
it's not. It takes time. You have to build up to that.
You have to build up to it, and I can tell you right now, I've been in relationships where I have been dragged through hell and back. I'm not putting all that blame on me or at all. Like, I'm just saying it, it could be both parties, but it's just like it's hard work. It's hard work out there. That's not easy.
I guess I want to ask you, like, in terms of relationships, how have you been feeling recently?
Recently, I've been like,
yeah.
For me, I'm like, at this point, and I talked to someone about it this morning, vibing. I got my people. I got people that I care about. I have those people that will support and uplift me and want to see me grow and hit new heights. I have a good circle of people that, a lot of the time I wake up to, like, this is silly, but I will definitely name drop them and call them and throw them under the bus. But my old Apple employees, I love them to death. And I'm in a group chat with who I think is probably like my closest of, like, there's 200 people in that store, like, that I worked at. There's 200 people in that store. I'm in a group chat with like 20-ish of them.
That's so cute. That's awesome.
And it's just like who I felt closest to. And like, I go out with them. Like, we go out for drinks, we go on group bike rides, and especially the bike rides thing. And again, I will throw her under the bus because I love her so dearly. And it's so funny when I talk about people, because it's just like, I throw out, like, I'm just like, I love this person to death. Like, our close friends who live down the street, who are, the 3 of them.
Yeah.
I put them on such a high fucking pedestal, and I don't think they know it. It's like every time they come over, my mood is better. Like it could already be great and I can already be feeling awesome, but if I come home or if I know they're going to be over, I know I have a good time with them all the fucking time. Never a dull
No,
moment
they're
with those
great, man.
two or three of them, and I put them on like such a like you know how I talk about them. You know how
Whenever
I
I
talk
visit,
like
I get excited when I hear about them.
yeah, it's like and I feel like especially behind like closed doors, I'm just like, oh my god, I put them on such a high pedestal, whatever. But it's just like one of my favorite things that I did with one of my coworkers and I got really close with him really quick was my coworker friend Madi. I'm throwing her under the bus. I don't care. What we used to do is like these monthly, especially when I stopped working at Apple, we started doing these like bi-weekly, like monthly bike rides where we would just like go for like a couple hours and we would just like chat. We would just like chat with each other and catch up and be like, oh, what's going on? What's new in your life? How are things going? And one of our first ever bike rides, we like really got to know each other. We opened up about because she's a little older than me. A lot of the people that I work with at Apple are a lot like a few
Hey,
years,
that's me at my job, man.
five,
That's me at my
six,
job.
like 5, 6, 7 years older than me. And it's just like I get to hear about their experiences and their slices of life and how they've so far with even as little, as 6, 7 years, 6, 7+ years ahead of me. I get to hear about, like their experiences like out of college working, whatever. But like she told me like her background, how she grew up, where she go to college, like what she was, you know, what she was doing and stuff like that. And it was just like, it was so awesome to hear this. And we really got to know each other a lot more before. And it was awesome. And we do this all the time now. We constantly like, either when we're out, at a bar or hanging out or whatever, especially on our bike rides, it's just like, it's kind of one of the things I covet. And I really, that's the right word, right? Cherish maybe is a better word, not covet, but like
I like
cherish.
cherish.
Yeah, cherish is a better word. One of the things I cherish a lot is just like our bike rides, even if it's with a group of people, we all just sit together, we're talking, we have moments, it's fun, silly go, I don't know where I was going with this, but it's keep the people close. And there are people in this life that really just bring, oh, you asked how I was relationship. I have my group of people. That's where I was going. I got on a little tangent. Sorry, guys. I have my group of people. We're all like supportive. And what I was saying is like in that group chat, there's a lot of them that are like, it's a group chat. We're text messaging. We don't see each other. But every morning I see a text message from one or a couple of them where it's like, you beautiful motherfucker. You have a great day. You're looking, you are sparkling today. You guys are going to have a great day. You're going to do great things today. And it's just that little motivational thing that I wake up to.
Yeah, for sure.
By some of them where it's just like, oh, I know I'm in a good spot right now. And I have, especially in the past, like, I would like to say even week, have just been noticing me, especially on my bike rides by myself. I go on, that's how I exercise a lot. Obviously, I do go to the gym and stuff like that, but it's just like, I feel like I'm noticing a lot when I'm looking around. It's just like, wow, I'm really enjoying life. I'm smiling at like, a
That's
mom
awesome.
doing some funny thing with her like kid, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, that's so cute,
Dude, wait, that reminds me of this past Friday at work.
Hit me.
Okay,
No,
wait.
I want to hear I want to throw the question back at you and have you also answer that question.
Okay. So I'll start from the professional side. I feel like I've been working on expressing my gratitude more because I feel like I don't do it enough.
God. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome.
So today during my meeting, we're working on like some new course thing for our aviation safety thing, and one of the things was like one of the points that we wanted to make in this course was leadership. Proper leadership is like you need to make an environment that's comfortable for students to like work in. Okay. And what I told my PIs who I was in the meeting with, I was like, you guys both do a really good job of doing that. Like I felt like the whole time I've been working for you guys, I felt like I'm somebody that's essential, someone that's respected, someone that's heard, someone that is part of the team. I'm like added on to like staff emails. I'm in like I'm always in because I mean I am staff, but like it's just I feel included is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And it feels good. It feels really good. I feel like I'm a part of something, and I feel like I'm part of something that I believe in, something that I want to do good work for. And then this past Friday, it was lab cleanup day. We were cleaning up like old airplane parts, etc. And one of the things, or one of my coworkers, she brought her two daughters, and
Aw.
what's it called? They're young. They're like fourth, fifth grade, the two of them,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they were like following me around and my other coworker, and while we were cleaning, and they were like telling like just just innocent little like kid stories, whatever. Like one of them was
Yeah,
like doing like
yeah.
a gymnastics camp, but it was like it was refreshing. Like I was like, damn, I've been so like caught up with grinding school and grinding professional advancement and my own like side projects that like
Mm-hmm.
let me step back and just
Enjoy things a little bit more.
enjoy. Yeah, and like these kids like kept me grounded for like a day, and I was like, you know what, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh my
They
God,
they
yeah.
won't know what I'm if they ever were to hear this, they would be like, what are you talking
What
about?
is
You know,
this?
like they
What is
probably
this older
they
dude
would
talking about? Yeah,
they
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
understand, but like
No, of course not.
maybe 10 years down the road they'd understand. But yeah, it was like it was nice. And
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
that's something that I also had back in my job in high school where I was a tutor, and I would tutor like
Right, right, right.
younger kids as well.
Mm-hmm.
And these like happy-go-lucky kids would just they bring a smile to my face.
Oh my God, yeah.
They make me happy. So that's that in the professional setting, and then with friendships, I found groups of people in my major as well as outside of it. Like
Mm,
the guys that you always see, the people I'm living with, etc. And then
yeah.
I want to meet new people. I truly do. It's my last year as an undergrad, and I think I'm gonna try and go out to a lot of the stuff that my buddies host, and like try and meet new people and host more things again, so that I can invite more people. And I've already done a decent job. I feel like I've met some people on the club tennis team. Um, they're funny. They're good, and yeah. Um, and then when it comes to like intimate romance stuff, I don't think I've found anybody yet who I want to, you know, get close with and
Real.
really build something yet. I don't think I found that just
And
yet.
hey, that's okay. I
For
mean, same,
context, for
but
those of you that are listening, I've been in a lot of relationships in the past.
amen, brother.
So, uh, and so I know what I want, and I want something serious. And I mean, I'm young, I'm in college. That's not necessarily what a lot of people are looking for, which I completely understand. But who knows, maybe I'll befriend somebody and things will go from there. I'm somebody that is like kind of a firm believer of like I want to become friends with somebody first before I uh pursue anything too romantic. Or if like I meet
Mm,
somebody and then
yeah.
like there's some like attraction there, maybe like hang out with them a lot, go on dates a lot before anything
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah,
is
yeah.
like set in stone.
So valid. No, I totally get it. I'm kind of,
So
you
that's
know
where
me.
I'm at.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm pretty
Yeah.
much the same way. Yeah, no, but it's I don't know. It's such a weird thing to say, but it's just like I'm just like enjoying life more and just like enjoying the little things too, as well as like literally trying to just like balance everything. It's like, business, work, film stuff, school thankfully is out of the picture and it's just like personal.
Yeah,
And
that's actually that's what's good right now is that school's not in the
school is not
picture.
in the picture, so I can literally like it. There have been like if you looked at my whiteboard right now, it is just full of ideas, and I want to do them, and I'm gonna do them, and I'm like in the process of doing them. And I think like one of the things like I'm actually really happy about this thing that I'm gonna make. It's a little short film called I Won't Stop Dreaming, and it's a little like experimental poetry thing where it's just like me going to a spot that I enjoy. I filmed a bunch of things that are a little like symbolic but really just like experimental, but it's just me reading like a poetry piece basically, and just that's the whole point. It's just like I'm here, I'm working, I'm enjoying life, and it's just like I'm not going to stop pursuing my dreams. I won't
Wait, that would
stop.
be really cool.
Yeah, no, it's
It's like
gonna
a
be.
voiceover of you doing it, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you're
yeah,
just like in a spot doing some work or something,
yeah, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
a different spot every time.
It'll be I don't know, it'll be kind of fun. But that's what I've been doing. Like the other day I was at the beach for 6 hours, right? And I'm just sitting there reading, listening to music, watching like these dogs come by, and kids hanging out and whatever. And 3 hours through, like this again, this is such a little thing, but it's like my phone died. and I
I
I
remember
was
that I
in
texted you. I tried texting you and you didn't respond. I
and
was like,
I was in no rush to go back to my apartment and charge it. I was there for 3 more hours, reading, writing, enjoying my time on the beach. It's just like I don't know, like it's so weird to be enjoying the little things a lot more. Like as weird as that says, it's just like, but from the background I've been in and what I've dealt with in the past 3 years, it's just like it's fucking nice.
well, I
Yeah.
think we've reached a good stopping
I
point.
think absolutely we've reached a good stopping point. And
Thank you guys for watching and listening.
listening. And I think
This
I
first
will
week.
say this at the
Go
end
ahead.
of everything is like my closeout, because I knew in the last one I used to say have yourselves a damn good one, which is true. Want yourselves to have a good one, but I appreciate y'all allowing us to open up
Yeah.
and be here and be respectful of because especially me, like a month or 2 months ago, it was like really hard for me to do this and honestly want and literally want to do this, but I just I will not say it as long as this time, but it's just thank you for letting us be vulnerable. And I know
Absolutely.
at least me, but we both really appreciate it, and letting it, y'all being respectful of this and add to the conversation. Obviously we don't have our chat up like we used to, but it's just if y'all want to throw in your 2 cents and talk with us, we kind of want this to be a conversation and encourage other people to also jump in, throw their 2 cents. That's why we want to have, as a little bit of a housekeeping thing, we want to have we are gonna have guests on here more, because it's just one of the things I recently, and you probably will agree with this too. Sorry, I had a brain fart. You'll probably agree with this too. Is one of the things I loved about moving to a new place or visiting new places and meeting new people is just I love hearing people talk and just share their stories.
I love hearing stories.
I
Yeah,
love hearing their
absolutely.
stories and their experiences and everything that's going on in their life. It's awesome.
There's a word actually. It's called sonder, and it's in the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows.
Yes,
and
you're so right.
The definition is
I just blew my brain. There we go.
sonder is the realization that everyone around you is living a life as vivid and complex as your own.
Yes.
And so that is
Yes.
what I will leave you with. That's what I'll leave you with.
Sonder. Awesome.
Next week,
What's next week?
we'll see if we can have a guest. I'm not sure if we will. I'll let you know. We'll let you guys know.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
next week, I'll be in the middle of moving out, so I'll probably be in a new setup.
That's all right. Cool. All right, y'all.
But
Thank
yeah.
you for joining us on this late night drive. Thanks
And
for
as you can see, the sun has
the
set.
sun has finally set.
We have arrived at our destination,
We've arrived
ladies
at
and
our
gentlemen.
destination. Go ahead and unbuckle your seatbelt. Whatever. I'm just kidding.
Buckle your seatbelt and have a good rest of your night.
Have a good rest of your night.
As always, be safe. Tell someone you love them. Drink a lot of water.
And drink a lot of water. Yeah. Stay healthy.
And this episode will be up on Spotify,
Tomorrow.
YouTube, Apple Podcasts tomorrow. So
yeah. Thank you for
thank you
joining
guys so
us
much
on
for the
this.
support.
Yeah.
And yes, one more time to reiterate, thank you for letting us be vulnerable.
Oh my God, yes.
There are people that have told us that that they really commend us. I don't know. I didn't tell you this, Josh, but there's one of our friends told me that they're very proud and impressed that we can be that vulnerable and this open
Aw.
to this many people.
Aw.
It's like
That's
to
so
have
sweet.
our concurrent viewership may not be as massive, but still other people coming in and out, they hear what's going on, and it's
Oh my God, yeah.
to be able to be that open and vulnerable is a hard thing to do. So
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, whoever that is, thank you. I love you, and you're sweet.
we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us on this late night drive, and we'll see you next
Absolutely.
time.
Be safe.
Be safe. Bye.